through the window. Right, let's start off a standing position. So as always, we're going to start from the top of the body, going down, just to warm up a little bit. Then I'll take you through what to expect for the next hour. Anyone following on Facebook, you can always jump in on the Zoom using the ID on the page. Otherwise, just watch or follow later on. So guys, we're going to start with the head. As always, just going to look over our shoulder, one side then the other. So we're just going to be limbering up our necks, making sure we don't pull anything. Looking one way then the other. Okay, we're going to roll our head across the chest from one shoulder to the other. Alright. Just a couple more times and then down and up. So looking up above you and then down, chin to the chest. Where's your dad? Is he not doing it like JJ?
Yes, he is. He's coming.
Oh, right. He's busy. Right, okay, let's do our shoulders. Is he having to shoulders back, guys? Shoulders circle with his shoulders. You having to put Cookie out?
He's been eating cookies.
Oh, eating cookies. Oh yeah. Right, shoulders forwards, guys. All right, so we're gonna do big circles with our arms now. Just big circles going forwards. Really extend those arms, and then backwards now. Okay, nice. We're going to do like we did on, what day is it? Tuesday. All the days are the same now. We're going to have our arms sort of straight out in front of us, and we're going to pretend like we're turning this tiny little cartoon steering wheel, one way then the other, and then we're going to slowly opening up. So here we're driving left and right, and then opening up the steering wheel. It's bigger and bigger, so it's going to open up our shoulders, and then back down again. So we speed it up for the second one. So just turning a big wheel. Here, and opening up your arms and then back down into a small, tiny cartoon steering wheel. Okay, we just shake off your arms. We're going to pummel. So we're doing like, it could just be like an uppercut or whatever. You're just pummeling, trying to now relax your shoulders and arms. So your arms are like spaghetti. Trying to get the blood pumping into your arms, relaxing your shoulders, remembering to breathe, and just loosening up a little bit. Okay, hands on the hips, we're going to turn side to side, so we're going to look behind us, so we're going to lift up the heel behind us, so we can look over our shoulder and turn. Hands don't need to be in the hips actually, feels a bit weird, doesn't it? Let's have our arms out. Just looking behind us, over the right, then over the left, twisting through the core. Okay, spread your legs out just a little bit further, we're just going to lean to the side, so we're going to lean over to the left and then to the right. Just do this 2 times each side. So lean over, you don't need to go all the way too over, bending your back too much, you're just leaning side to side, stretching out your shoulder. Let's bring our feet in, so right next to each other, and then our arms right above us. We're going to try and get no gap between our bicep and our ears. So we want no gap here between our arms and our head, and we're just going to tilt from side to side. So we're not going to be leaning too much. If you feel a stretch all the way down your side here, that on the outside of your shoulder, your delt as well, quite a nice stretch. You try and keep your arms close to your head. So you're not bending over too much, and just really feel that stretch. Okay, keep your feet close together. We're just going to hinge at the hips, forwards, just bowing, and then back. So you're going to feel like a gradual stretch in your hamstring. Keep your back straight, just hinging at the hips, the waist. Here, looking at the floor and then back down again. So you want like a nice right angle with that bow. As soon as you get to the point where you feel like you're bending forward, your back's going to curve, then just stop there. Just go to that point and then back up. Last one. Back up. So start to feel the stretch on your lower back as well. We're going to do the same thing now with our legs spread out. So spread your legs out as kind of wide as possible while they're still comfortable, and then you're not bending them. Do the same thing, we're going to do the straddle again, we're going to hinge at the hips, down and then back up. So it's like a deadlift, you're using your lower back to lift your upper body up off the floor. You can touch the mat in front of you if you like, but don't bend your legs, just tap the mat, then back up. We've done it twice, and we'll do a third one. We're down looking at the mat. Nice, and then back up. We bring your feet in just a little bit so you can bend your knees, and we draw circles with your knees going inwards. Like that. So we're just getting those like clicks and stuff out of our knees and our feet and then outwards. So this nice slow circles here with your knees, you feel your hips start to open up as well. Okay, nice. You stand up straight again. We're just going to touch our toes with our opposite hands. So just touch a toe here and then back up. So the legs are straight now. We're touching the opposite toe. Whoa, almost fell over. Then back up again. Just a couple of times each side. And then with one hand, you're going to touch your right toe, then your left toe. Then you can draw a really big circle, and then go all the way around to touch each toe again and draw a huge circle over your head, big arch. And then you're going to reverse and go the other direction. So now I'm going anti-clockwise, touching toe, toes, foot then foot, and then a little big circle, across your head, over your head. You're going to switch arms now, so you're going to touch one foot, then the other foot, and do a big circle again. Again, you're going to sweep through, touching foot, then big circle over your head. Then you're going to change now, going clockwise. You feel your shoulders really loosening up, opening up now. Big circle here. You're not bending your back too much, you're just focusing on touching your foot, then a circle. Okay, nice. Then just do shoulders again. Once we've done that, we're just going to do little circles backwards and forwards, really shake out and loosen up those shoulders. Keeping your legs straight, your legs wide. Okay, now we're going to start turning from side to side and going into a lunge. So I'm going to turn to this side. Alright, I'm going to turn my toes so they point towards my left. I'm just going to lunge forwards, keeping my back leg straight and my front leg bent. Here, and just touch the mat like that, and then back up. Then turn, change, lunge forwards. So we've got really deep lunge here, nice and low. Just touch the mat with your fingertips, then push back up, and then change. Doing the same thing. All you're doing is lowering your hips enough, keeping that left foot bent at a right angle at the knee, and then the right leg behind you is nice and straight, and you're just touching like you're going for a sprinting kind of stance to start with. And we're just going to switch from side to side. There's a couple more of those. Right, now when we do that, we're going to turn exactly the same position, but now we're going to put our palms down to the floor to take some weight, and we're going to bring that bent knee, that right knee of mine anyway, the right leg, which is in between my hands. I'm going to try and draw that back without having to lift a hand off the mat. If you have to lift your right hand off the mat to create some space, it's fine. If not, you try and bring that back through so it meets the other foot. Down into a press up. You can put your knees to the floor if you like, or just a slow, steady, controlled press up. Then back up. Hold that plank position for a second, and then step into your foot in between your hands if you can. There. If you have to lift up the hands to create space, it's cool, but try and step in like that. There, so we're back into exactly the same position. You lift your hands off the mat and you push through using your legs to stand up. Nice, so you're working your balance now as well, so your legs are actually parallel. Each time you're turning, your toes are pointing the other direction now. So I'm going to lean forward again, bending my left leg this time so I can put my hands on the mat, either side of the foot. Lift that lead foot off the mat and bring it back to meet my other foot. So now I'm just in a low plank position. I'm going to go for a press up, really slow controlled press up so my chin and my chest touch the mat and push all the way through, engaging my core. When I'm back up into the plank position, I'll bring my left foot back into the middle, so I'm back down into this kind of sprinting stance and push up through my legs, face you guys. Now I'm in the original position. So we'll do that once more each side. So turn to your right, lunge forwards, hands to the mat, release the foot, meets the back foot, press up. When you do the press up, try and keep your elbows tucked in towards your rib cage and not flared out. Really slow, controlled press up, really low, and then back up. When you're back up into this lunge position, right foot comes into the middle of the hands, I push myself back up, turn to the other direction, down into my hands, with that leg back, slow, controlled press up. You can even hover over the floor for a second, then push through, foot comes back in, and done. Nice, okay, we're going to do a similar thing now. I'm going to turn, we're going to lean forward, hands go towards the mat, and now this lead leg, instead of shooting back and going on the floor next to my foot, it's going to go up into the air, and we'll do this like a single leg downward dog. Well, basically all we're doing is just pushing our leg up into the air and trying to push our weight back. You don't need to be perfect or anything, it's just to straighten out, to strengthen and to stretch your hamstrings and your shoulders mainly here, and then you're going to go back into the original position. You're going to switch, turn, lunge towards the side, and then this leg comes back, so instead of plonking it down on the floor for the press up, you're just going to lift it into the air, push your hips back, Try and stretch out your shoulders and then return to the original position and then switch from side to side. If it's difficult, just go into this position here into a plank, lift up a leg, then put it back down and then step in the middle. Lift yourself back up. And again across. Last couple of times, that foot can come back to here, to the plank, just like a press up. Instead of a press up, you're just lifting the leg off the floor. And it's a bonus if you can push your body weight back here and your head down towards the mat. Back into the plank. There. So you feel this on top of your shoulders. It's a really good stretch for your posture. Yeah, whole body stretch really. Last one, plank, into the lunge, back into the plank, lift that leg up, stretch back, lean forward, and we're back in the middle. Okay, so stay in that position with your legs split in the middle, then we're going to go forward. Okay, so what we're going to do now, so in this position here we're going to turn, we're going to go into the lunge now, we'll put our knee down. So we're going to this position here, so what we were here before, we were like that, with our back leg straight, we put our knee down like that. Yeah, so we're just in a low lunge position, like that. What we're going to do now, so I'll face you guys, so we're here, my hand is going to go on the inside of the foot, like that. I'm going to put my right elbow to the floor and just practice a long step. Here, a guide passing long step, and then just bring yourself back into the same position. Alright? So we can just do it on the floor here actually, rather than do it in a split position. So let's get onto all fours just to practice this basic movement. So we get onto all fours here. Then all we're doing is putting an elbow down, opening up our hips, and then bringing ourselves back up. So just a really simple long step, or like kind of like step back position. So elbow goes down. Yeah. So those of you guys who are experienced, you've done this millions of times before, but those of you who are still getting used to Jiu-Jitsu, it's a very important position. It's something that you can practice easily at home, and it's usually for guard passing, trying to like step your leg out of the middle of their legs when they're trapping them. And the best thing to do is put the elbow to the floor, open up the hip. So I turn and I put my hip to the floor, I landed my foot on the floor there, so I've got good balance, and then come back. So just do it another couple of times. There. There. That's it. So it's a nice one to practice because it's such a fundamental movement. After that, we're going to go to, we're going to stay on all fours, alright? Yeah, so we'll do a bit of balance stuff at this point. So that you can do the long step thing in your own time, because it's really, and then we'll do a bit of that in the flow at the end anyway. So we're on all fours again. We're going to do a bit of stability and balance with our shoulders and our hips. So we're going to lift off one arm. So say you're going to lift up your right arm off the floor, and then you're going to have that forwards, and then your left leg's going to come off the floor. So you're going to be like opposite, like that. You're going to try and balance in that position. So you start all fours. Your right arm comes off the floor, and you can hold that in front of you as straight as you can, keeping your spine straight as well. And then your left legs can come off the floor. So then you've got contact. You've got 3 points of contact. Your right foot, your toes, so they can like keep in balance. Your right knee and your left hand. Your left hand, your fingers are forward. Your right hand outstretched in front of your fingers forward. And then here, your left foot can be straight, your fingers pointing backwards. And just try and hold that for a second. Yeah, so you feel like you need to engage the core, make sure you've got that really nice and stable, and then bring that back. Right? Then we'll do the other side. So the left hand's going to come off the floor. Now you're going to outstretch your right leg, and the same thing. So stretch, try and make yourself really long, stretching your your left fingertips out forward, and your right foot stretched out, and hold that position just for a second, keeping your arm up nice and straight, and then back down again. Nice, Lewis. Yeah, we'll try and do same thing again once each side. So just hold that for a couple of seconds, and then back down, and then hold it again, the opposite side, and then back down. So you feel like you need to keep like correcting your balance with your core. That's the easy one. Just sit back into your heels, so just take a little break, and get used to being in this position as well. This is a position to get used to transitioning through positions in Jiu-Jitsu. You need to be comfortable here in closed guard and stuff, so sometimes it's good to just sit back while you're doing a workout here on your heels, catch your breath, and then go back. Now we're going to try a little bit more difficult. If you can, I'm going to try and balance only supporting one side. So I'm going to have my left hand and my right knee down. I'm going to try and lift off, this is really hard, try and lift off my right arm and my right leg. Nice and loose. So this is tough, so I'm going to be rocking to the side and stuff. So if you want to stick with the original one, which is opposites, be my guest, that's cool. You try and really balance on that single line. If you're kind of rocking from side to side, it's fine. Try and stretch out your right leg and right arm at the same time. Yeah, Lewis has got this down, I find it's tricky. Nice. So I feel like I really have to spread out my fingers a lot to make sure I've got more kind of grip on the floor, surface area, really using my toes as well to hold me in place, and I'm trying not to open up my hips too much. I probably am a little bit. I'm trying to keep nice and straight, dead straight if I can, my spine straight. It's not easy, but you'll find that you're really now having to engage the core more and concentrate more, focus on this one. Okay, nice. Sit back to your heels, take a breather. So we're going to stay in that position now, and we'll try something different. So this is really going to test out the mobility of your hips as well. So we'll go back to that position. We're going to go back to opposites now. So my right arm's going to go forward, my left leg's going to go out. But this time, my right arm's going to open to the side. I'm going to try and open my left leg to the side as well. And then bring it back in, and then back down. Yeah, looking good, nice. So this is tough, so obviously the arm's easy-ish to bring out, it's that leg. You can bring that leg out, you're really testing flexibility of your hips here. But again, anything hurts, if it feels uncomfortable, just stick to the basics. Opening my arm, and try and open up that left leg as well. And then back down. And up, the same thing, the left arm now is going to straighten out, and then it's going to turn to my left. So my right leg is now moving to my right. You might feel a pinch on the outside of your hips, but this is really going to help with the mobility. Last one each side now. Open up. And then back down. And again, last one. Left arm goes out, right leg opens out. Try and hold that for a second. And then back. How's that? Tough? Sit back to your heels, is that tough? Yeah, it's good, and it feels good afterwards, but it feels horrible while you're doing it. But it's that hip, isn't it? That hinging that feels really tight. But that kind of thing will help when you do like more kicks and stuff. That's going to help you get your leg off the floor because you're really working out that muscle group. Okay, after that, the last one of these, we're going to go on our bellies here. So onto our bellies, and we're just going to do these kind of like Supermans. All right, so we're going to lift up. You can see me down here. So we lift up our legs and arms basically. So most of you have probably done this before, but it's really good to activate the back of our shoulders, our delts here. Helps with posture as well. So we're just going to lift up for a second and then back down. So I've got pretty dodgy left shoulder still, so this is good for me. So I'm lifting up my legs and then my arms. Just holding that for a couple of seconds and then back down, right? And now we're just going to focus on the arms. We're going to try and bring them all the way around. So you're drawing circles with your arms, palms down, touch your hands together. And then separate them again, and then again circles with your hands, so your palms are hovering over the mat. And you're drawing these big circles over your head and to your sides. It's going to help with your shoulder mobility. Then you lace your hands together, straighten them out behind you, release them and do the same thing. So keep going with this last one. Opening up those shoulders. Hands go together behind you, lace them together so palms to palms, straighten out your arms, try and lift up a little bit, let go, and then draw circles in front of you. Yeah, nice. Okay, last one here. To finish off, you're going to try and grab your heels, okay? So if you see me there, I'm going to grab my heels like this, and I'm going to stretch out, so stretching out my stomach, there, grabbing my feet, and then you can even rock backwards and forwards. Might hurt a little bit. If it does, just hold that position. There. Do this reverse. Yeah, it's pretty uncomfortable. Just hold that for a second, and then that's it. And take a breather. Is that all right, Jace? Did you pull anything, Jace? Did you pull anything in your back there, or were you all right?
No, I was alright. I just couldn't reach my leg.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough. Yeah.
I down my side to like get my foot.
Yeah, doing that's kind of tough.
Down on the other side. The other one.
Yeah, I know. It can be uncomfortable as well, man. But it's a good one to try. Afterwards, it feels good because it really helps you kind of counteract that whole like hunching forward posture problem that we all tend to have, because that opens you up. So any of these stretches that open you up are really good for us, especially because after years of jiu-jitsu you do tend to be hunched over, especially at the moment we're spending a lot of time on laptops and stuff, aren't we? Well, I know I am, so it's good to try and reverse that damage. Right, we're going to go into the HIIT workout now. Okay, so we're going to do 15 minutes straight. It's going to be 50 seconds per exercise with 10 seconds rest in between. So if you guys need to take a break at any time in between, then go for it. I just realised I'm wearing a t-shirt you guys bought me. Yeah, still got it. Alright, so yeah, 15 exercises, 1 minute each. I'm going to run through them now really quickly so you know what to expect. The first one's going to be really simple, like just switching stance. And by that I mean you're going to be here with your right foot forward and you're going to switch to your left foot forward. So it would be like a fighting stance, like we're playing judo or boxing or whatever. You can hop between if you like, or you can move through the parallel, so you're moving your foot back, so you're moving this triangle here. So you're switching stance. We have to be comfortable fit switching stance. We can't always fight in one stance. Sometimes when we're doing grappling or striking, whatever, we're going to end up in the opposite stance for any reason because we're defending ourselves. We have to be comfortable going from one side to the other. That's going to be the first one. Second one is going to be squats, so really easy bodyweight squats. Third one is going to be a lunge, but we're going to lunge kind of going to like a single leg. So we're going to lunge down here, pretending we're picking an ankle and we're grabbing their collar. So if you don't know what that means, all I'm doing is grabbing someone's leg and then like just grabbing at someone's chest here. And instead of lunging back up, like we usually do, I'm going to lunge forwards. So my weight is going to go forwards like this. So you guys know what I mean when you're grabbing an ankle, pushing forwards. So it's going to be a lunge, but all we're doing is just a forward push off afterwards, there. And you're simulating grabbing an ankle, pick, and then lunging forwards and going for a single leg takedown, right? After that is going to be arm drag. So you're going to be basically, for those uninitiated, you're opening a door and you're jumping through it, right? Easy way to remember it. For those who've done my classes or any classes before, you're grabbing the arm, the opposite arm, you're dragging it and you're hopping behind that person to try and expose the back, right? But all you're doing really is jumping from one side to the other. You're just moving 180 degrees, that's the most important part. And then we're going to do foot sweeps. So foot sweeps, we're going to be just stepping side to side, doing this. You can imagine there's a person in front of you and sweeping their feet, or you can just be kicking a football side to side. Okay? After that is going to be 1-2 again, so we jab and then right cross. But what I want you to do this time is jab and then move before you right cross. Okay? So it could be a simple jab, move backwards, staying in your fighting stance and then cross. Or it could be a jab, move to the side, cross. Or it could be a change of angle here. Maybe I want to like jab and then pivot on my front leg and then cross. So whatever, it's just a 1-2, but you're just trying to move an angle or something in between, okay? So don't worry if it's too confusing, just do a 1-2. If you can, try and change the position in between. Second is going to be triangles on the floor, so we're going to be shooting up our legs. Yeah? Shooting up our legs and just putting our shins behind our knee, so that's working the core. 8 is going to be squats to knees, so we're going to be here, go down onto our knees, and then back up into a stand. Down into a squat, hands on the floor, knees go to the floor. So then you can do it hands free if you like here, or you put your hands to the floor to take some of that weight, up to you. After that, there's going to be a jab and then a kick. So any kick you want, you're just setting up with a jab and then you're just doing like a low kick here. Setting up with a jab, you can do like a high front kick, or you just quickly jab out and then any kick. So you're almost like pretending to just go for the jab, you're making someone react and you're following up with any kick you like, as basic as you like. After that is going to be hip bump sweep. So we're going to be on the floor and we're going to sit up. So it's just a sit up, a crunch. We're sitting up across that person's body, so we're hitting them with our hips like that. So it'd be a hip bump or a sit up sweep. So again, that's just going to kill the core hopefully. After that, it's going to be a low squat. But act like you're picking up like a boulder or something. Picking up something heavy and you're going to be suplexing it behind you or throwing it behind you. You turn, really low squat, act like you're picking up something off the floor and you're throwing it over your shoulder. After that one is going to be, we did this the other day, we're going to be uppercut, and we're going to head bob underneath, uppercut, move to the side. So you're ducking here, uppercut and ducking, keeping your hands up. Third to last will be mountain climbers, alright? So these ones, this is purely designed just to burn us out. I hate them, but they're good ones to do towards the end. Second to last is going to be a knee and then a kick. Any kick you like, you just checking a kick or you're just kneeing, and then you're going for any kick here you want. Knee, it can just be simple knee and then just front kick, knee and kick a football, up to you, as long as you're keeping your feet moving. And then last is going to be the classic punch, 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 sprawl to the floor, pop back up, punch, 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 sprawl to the floor, add a press up if you really want, pop back up. How does that sound? Is that all right? Yeah. Right, I'm already knackered from showing it to you guys, so I'm dreading this. But we'll get through it together. Right. Okay, so the first one's going to be the stance switch, yeah? We're going to be switching from side to side, that's it. Super simple. We'll be starting in 10 seconds, so 50 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, 15 cycles, 15 exercises, but just whenever you need to, just take a rest or try and blast it. Completely up to you what pace you go for. We're going straight in, 5 seconds, we're going into the stance switch to start off, alright? So we're just going left foot forward, we're changing, and then right, that's it. So this is more about balance than anything. This isn't going to burn too many crazy calories, this is just making sure we are comfortable in either stance here. So whether it's throwing or punching or kicking, we can be comfortable in left foot forward, right foot back, and then we switch through to our right foot forward. So I'm actually moving in a triangle, in a V. I'm just touching the floor behind me with my right foot, I'm switching through this triangle position, and that's it. Make it a bit more technical, that's when you start lifting your hands up here, so you've got a bit of a guard. And that's a bit more realistic, you can bend your knees a little bit more to make sure your posture's up, that you're not like falling all over the place. You're bending your knees, you're moving. You can move a bit quicker now. There, so you have to be comfortable in these stances. In any, jiu-jitsu, we still start standing up, so you still got to practice it. 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, only 10 seconds rest, so not too long. Go straight into squats after this. 4, 3, so any squats you like, just body weight squats, halfway down and up if you like here, so just sitting onto a seat or stool position, or you can go as low like that. It's completely up to you. We've got quite a lot of exercises to tick off, so you don't need to go too crazy on this. We're still just working our way into it. So if you're going low, just do it slow and controlled. Make sure that you're balanced, pushing through the heels. You're not falling forwards on the toes or anything. And you're pushing all the way up into standing position, your hips coming out in front to finish off with. It's a nice full squat. If not, you can do a shadow squat and just bang out a few more reps to save your knees, or go into the low squat. Yeah, I'll face you guys. Yeah, just a few more, 6 seconds left, keep going. Try and bounce into it, bum all the way to the floor, all the way up. Last one, boom. Okay, 10 seconds rest. We've got to have the lunge, single leg lunge now. So it's a lunge, now you're just pushing off that lead leg. So I'm lunging down, my back knee touches the floor, and I push off it forwards like that. The arms are just simulating grabbing the gi here, or the leg for takedown. But don't worry too much about the arms, it's just a lunge and a push forward. So you're pushing through that lead leg, rather than just coming straight up. Lunge down, push forward. When you get used to this position, this would be taking someone's leg and you'd be carrying them over for a single leg. So you can really, if you've got the mats, you can do like a real fast wrestler's shot with this. But this is just purely to get the movement down. So you're lunging down, grabbing the ankle, grabbing the collar, pushing them, and picking up that leg at the same time. 10 seconds left, let's keep going. It's a bit more dynamic than a normal lunge, more functional as well. Last one. There you go. That's lunge is done. Already onto the floor. Arm drag. 5 seconds, arm drag. So if you don't know what I mean, you're opening a door and you're jumping through the door. You're grabbing the door handle and jumping through it. Arm drag, you're grabbing someone's arm, you're pulling them in front of you and then turning them so you can grab their back. That's how you'd be able to control their back and drag them to the floor. Brilliant in a self-defense situation if someone's got their arm out here. You pull that arm, but you have to turn them, pivot them, so you'll expose their back. That's going to allow you to take control of the situation. Yeah. So arm drag, look at my feet, I'm really hopping into it. So I'm facing this wall now, Now I'm facing that wall. That's the most important thing. Just turning in that 180 degrees. Yeah. The arm is just a bonus, really, that you're visualizing something technical. Okay, keep going, guys. Last couple. Try and get that footwork going. Okay, cool. 10 seconds to rest. We're going into foot sweep now, so we're going to be sidestepping side to side. All right. So I'm sidestepping here. It's my trail foot that comes up to sweep. When I'm stepping to the right, it's my left foot that comes and chops like that. So imagine you're chopping someone's feet away. Damn, this would be in judo, the ashibai, chopping. When your arms brought in, you're imagining you're grabbing someone's collar, lapel and sleeve, or just imagine you've got a big steering wheel, buff steering wheel, and you're just turning it every time. Turning that steering wheel down as you kick away the feet. You can just pretend to pass a football. The idea is that you're not kicking the football up, you're passing the football along the deck, along the floor, so you're sweeping through the feet rather than up against like the shin. Through the feet. Big exaggerated movement. And I always like to sweep against the mat, so I get a little sound effect out of it. Last one. Nice. Okay, we're going to ramp it up now. Jab, move, cross. So it's going to be a jab here. I like to see any movement and then the cross. So it's a 1-2 with a movement in between. It could just be jab, duck, cross if you like here. I'm going to pivot a little bit and cross. I could jab, move back and cross. I could even jab, move forward to follow and cross. Jab, switch, cross. Just 1, switch, 2. So I like to pivot off that front foot, just at about 45 degree, right angle, no, 90 degree, sorry, turn. Jab, pivot, cross. So you're cutting angles here. Really nice techniques to practice. Make sure your hands are up. You've got that guard up here, jab, and then technical jab, and then a nice reaching cross. So you can hop forward, jab, hop back, cross. Hop forward, jab, back, cross. And we can do the same, jab, and then go forward, chase them down and cross. You can do the jab and then a Superman punch if you like. Jab, Superman punch, jab, and Superman. Nice, hopefully that's getting your heart rate up a bit more. Triangle, so we're going to the floor now. Legs and hips off the floor. So what we're doing is just throwing triangles up in the air. Okay, so throwing the legs go up in the air. You can post on the floor with your elbows, so push off your elbows. Just want to get your legs up into the air, like a shoulder stand in yoga, and all you're doing is bring that shin behind that knee. So try not to touch the mat with your feet in between each rep, right? So you've got more activity, your core, you're not resting at all in between. Your legs go all the way up, and then you just tuck one foot behind the other knee, and then bend that leg, that's all it is. So if you need to push off the floor with your elbows, that's fine, or you go hands free and really rely on your core now. So pushing your hips as high off the mat as possible. It's a great workout and really functional for Jiu-Jitsu. Last one. Nice. After this is the squats, okay? So we're going to squat down, hands on the floor, knees go to the floor, and then back up and squat up. So this is simulating like a stand up in the closed guard. We're stuck in the closed guard, sometimes we have to stand up through that squat. We need strong legs to do that so we don't buckle over. So you can do this hands free. Imagine they've got control of your hands. You're trying to stand up here, or you can push off the floor. Start off by just pushing off the floor in with your fists to allow you to stand up. I'm just touching the mat with my knees and pushing back up. All right? It takes a little while to get used to this, especially if you're doing it hands free like this. But it's a really good exercise for stability and really does build strength in the legs. You do this every day, your legs will get a lot stronger. So 5 seconds left, keep going. Squat all the way down, knees to the floor, push back. Last one. Alright, nice. Okay, jab kick now. So we're doing a jab, so we're just throwing that jab out and then we're following up with a kick. Any kick, any we like. So we're just throwing a jab out and then a kick. So the jab can just be a feint. It's just feeling out, getting that distance and then kick. So jab, kick here. So I'm just throwing that, this really quick jab, just here, just a feeler to see if they're in range, and then you use that to kick. You can go jab to the body, kick to the leg if you like. There, and then kick up. Jab, nice high kick. You can do a jab and then lead left kick if you like. Really quick one here. Jab, then front kick, jab, front kick. There again, I'm going to be jabbing and then lead straight away with the kick. Jab can be a round kick here, jab or a side kick, and then back to the stance, jab, low kick. Just leading into it. Last one, jab and then kick. Good stuff. Okay, hip bump sweeps. We're going back to the floor now. So let's go. We've got 3 seconds. Back to the floor. So now we're sitting up through the hip bumps. So sit up and a big hip bump. So the hand goes to the floor. You lift your bum off the floor. So your hip comes up. You're hitting someone with your hip, and you come back down. So keep going. Keep moving. Keep the pace up now. All right. We don't want to rest much now. So as soon as we come back to the floor, our backs goes to the floor, we sit up again, hip bump straight through our opponent. It has to be powerful. You have to post off that hand and really smack them with your hip so you get to sweep them. 15 seconds left, guys. Come on, let's keep going. Got 10 seconds left. Let's keep going. Let's get a few more out. Side to side now. Hip bump, hip off the floor. Really try and hit them with your hip. Finish the sweep. Nice. Okay. Quick breather. Going into squat suplex now. So we're squatting really low, picking a bag of sand up here, and you're throwing it over your shoulder. You can practice with a cushion or something if you like. It's a really low squat. You're picking up. So you're just simulating picking up someone. You've got their back, and you're suplexing them or putting over the top. Here, it'd be judo maybe, or an argue or something. It wouldn't be a suplex. You just kind of dump them to the side. But each time I'm turning 180 degrees, so I'm facing the other direction. There. So you can imagine you've got a big bag of sand, you're throwing it over your shoulder. And keep going. Don't stop. Really, this is a really low squat, guys. This is as low as you can. Picking that bag of sand up. Keep going. Keep moving. Last one. Nice. Legs are feeling it now. Okay, so we're going to duck and uppercut now. So we'll be moving to the side, so rolling under, uppercut, duck, roll to the side, and uppercut this side. All right. So we're rolling under. So this kind of classic head movement there, side to side step. As soon as you roll under, it's bam, it's an uppercut. It's like classic kind of Mike Tyson. He'd be going underneath and, you know, really big hook or uppercut. Here we're concentrating on the uppercut because it's coming through the guard. Really squatting, so I have to evade that punch. So I need to go low enough, but I don't fall forwards. The whole time I'm balanced. Really pick it up now. So it's a side step, roll under, and uppercut each time. Keep going, guys. Last 10 seconds. Because now we're all focusing on movement now, just focusing on reps. Keep going as fast as possible. All right, a few more left. Mountain climbers, this is the torturous one. Into the plank position, knees to elbows. Let's go here. This is guaranteed to burn us out. This is the third to last one, so you don't go too crazy, but I do want to see you guys picking the pace up gradually through the rep, the rounds. You've got 33 seconds left, so you can go opposite, or you can go same side, knee and elbow, or switch to opposite. And keep going. Honestly, the pace picking up now. 20 seconds. This should be a sprint now. So your feet are just only touching the floor. As soon as they touch the floor, bam, your other foot comes up. 10 seconds left. It's a real sprint now. As fast as you can. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Alright, we've got 2 more. Knee and kick now. Last two, penultimate one. Your knees come up, so checking a kick, and then you kick. So your knee comes up, and then kick. This could be like a Muay Thai knee, followed by a kick if you like. Or the knee comes up just to check, and you're applying with your own kick. So knee, and then it could be a high front kick. Could be anything, just kicking a football, kicking the shins, kicking the groin, I don't care. Knee here, and then practice the kick. Knee, then kick. Really fast here. As soon as one foot comes down to the ground, the other foot leads it. Knee comes up nice and high, and you kick through. Bam, here. knee, kick, knee. Let's keep going, guys. Got 15 seconds left. Keep moving nice and quick. Knee up, then kick, knee, front kick, knee, kick. Keep going, 5 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds rest. Last round, sprawl and brawl. So punching and sprawling. So this is where we leave it all on the mat. Let's go. Punching, sprawl and press up. Sprawl down, press up. So it's basically a burpee with punches instead of the jump. Press up, back up. Arms going really quickly. Press up and back up. Got for 38 seconds. So this is constant movement. Here, as soon as you pop back up, your arms are flying. Someone's trying to grab your feet. Sprawl and press up. You can sprawl to angles if you like. Sprawl your right to the floor. As long as you pop up quickly. Left hip to the floor. Press up and back. Got 20 seconds, guys. Come on, keep going. As many as you physically can. Here. There has to be some punches in between each one. And then as soon as they were done, you go to the floor. 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Last one. Hey. Catch your breath. Ooh. How did it feel, alright? Yeah? JJ, you tired or you could do that again? You guys have to tell me, if they're too easy you need to tell me, because I'm talking the whole time, so I might be deluded thinking, oh man, that's really tiring, because I'm talking rubbish. So afterwards, if you're like, why is this guy sweating and stuff, it's because I'm talking the whole time. So if you want them harder, we can do them harder. Let's have to figure out how. Right, so while you guys are recovering, I'll show you a couple of flows to finish off. First one's going to be on the floor, second one's going to have a bit of standing up as well. So just chill for a minute while you watch me, while I talk you through it. And you guys can actually guess what I'm doing. Let me pull this foot forward a bit, as you can see. Right. Right, so, first one. No, okay. So where am I now? In someone's guard. So I've got to stand up exactly what we were just doing before and put my hands to the floor, or I could go up onto my toes and just push myself back, but realistically I want to be controlling my partner somehow, right? Hands on the collar, on the sleeve as well, controlling something that they can't grab. I want to be popping up onto my feet nice and quickly, okay? Before they get to settle into their guard. Here, and then what am I doing now? So if I'm pushing the leg down, there. What's that? Back step, yeah, long step, back step, exactly, just what we were doing at the beginning. So we're going from the standing up position. This knee is like stapling one of their legs. This would be cupping the back of the hand, the head, but all you really need to focus on putting that elbow down. Long step. As you guys know, sometimes a long step doesn't quite work because they turn in. I'm going to be doing this. Yeah? So doing a classic jump to the other side. Think Tom, right? Long step, immediately like transition to the other side. So here we do a long step there, and all we're doing is hopping. But I put my right hand down here, and we're just hopping to the other side. That's it. Nice gentle hop into side control the other side, okay? So then if we, from side control, what's this? Yeah, okay, and then this? Mount position, yeah, exactly. So from the mount position, right, you see if you can guess this one. So a mount position here, right? So let me know if you know what I'm doing. Yeah. So mounted triangle armbar. That's a classic, right? If you triangle from the mount, you're in the mount here. So Neil, you don't worry if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but when you're in the mount, you're trying to get a similar triangle thing. I'm just pushing an arm down, I'm stepping over it. I'd be still sitting on top of them, but I'm lacing my legs, so I'm in a triangle. Often in this position, I always like just to get the arm rather than try and finish a triangle, because the arm is usually dangling. So just pull the arm, hip into it. That's it, okay? So go ahead, guys. So follow me now. Right, so we're in the closed guard, we're popping up onto our feet to standing position. I'm pushing their leg down so I can staple over it with my knee. But all really I'm doing is my left knee is going to the floor. So put your hand down to take some of the weight, left knee goes to the floor. Here, so we just got one knee down, one knee up, that's it. The left elbow goes to the floor now, just like we did in the warm-up. And I switch my hips. By that I mean I'm trying to put my left hip, my left butt cheek to the floor and opening up my legs, yeah? Like that. At this point what you'd usually do is draw through and past the guard, but say they're turning in or their legs are still wrapped around you, you're going to put your hand down and you're just going to hop over their legs to the other side. Nice, nice, a little hop over. So now we're in side control. Side control, what we're doing is just popping up to knee on belly. So if you like to use a cushion, there would be the cushion there, and you pop up, bam, knee on belly like this. That's their body. So for knee and belly, I'm just moving over the top of them. So I'm putting my hands down here where their shoulders would be, and just going to the mount, immediately into the mount, like that. Cool. So here I'm going to be pretending to stuff their hands towards their chest and just step over it, knee to the floor, and then triangle behind. So I'm basically putting my shin behind my knee, there. That's all I'm doing, that's it. You can see from there, I'm on my knees, but I've just got one foot. I'm on my knees, I've just got one foot wrapped behind the other knee, that's it. Here, like that. So what you would have, their head would be here, sounds weird, but they'd be there, they'd be trapped, their arm would be like this. You'd grab the arm, you'd lift it up to your chest, and you put your hip forward to finish the armbar. Yeah, nice guys, exactly. So let's start again. Right, so in the closed guard, this cushion guy is going to be my grappling dummy. So I'm pushing myself onto my feet. Doesn't matter how, you put your hands down to the floor, you just gradually get up, or you pop up very quickly, up to you. Onto your feet. In this low squat, you don't stand all the way up, you have to stay low because you need to control them. They're on the floor, their legs are going everywhere. Put your hand down, the knee goes to the ground, you just chill here for a second. Nice. This left elbow is going to go to the ground here, and I'm going to be opening my hips, trying to put my left butt cheek to the floor to clear those legs. Doesn't quite work, so I need to hop over and put my right hand to the floor to take some of the weight, put it on the cushion, whatever, and just hop across. There, nice. So now I've cleared the guard, and now I'm in the side control position. So I'm going to pop up, knee on belly. Here's brilliant for self-defense, MMA, good control. We've got our hands to the floor and move into the mount. Nice. Oh, you guys have got a real dummy there, Dylan. Is that a homemade one? Or? Oh yeah, it's nice, nice, brilliant. Cool. That's brilliant. So now you're in the guard, you can actually practice it, the mount, practice this stepping over, onto your knees, link that triangle up, arm up, and extension. Nice, we'll do it 2 more times. So now pick your other side. So I've been moving to my right hand side each time now, so now I'm going to do the awkward side. So I'm going to move to my left, which means I pop up onto my feet, my right knee goes to the ground now, here, like that. My right elbow goes to the floor, and I do a back step, a long step here to try and clear the legs. Doesn't quite happen, so I need to hop across the other side of the cushion now. That's it, just a little hop, not too acrobatic. Here. Now I'm going to pop up so my knee is on that cushion. There, so see when I pop up, I push myself onto my toes and I pop up through my arms. There, now I'm in knee on belly position. Great position, got good control, but I want to finish this, so I'm putting my hands onto the shoulders and then my legs go either side into the mount position. I step over into my knee, lock up that triangle, then finish the armbar. Okay, we do one last one, so I'm going to do it really quickly without the cushion now. So nice and smooth this time. So I'm not going to talk too much, I'm just going to move through it. So try to do one last one really smooth. Let's go. Nice loose into the mount. So when you're in the mount, you can just do a choke or a triangle, it's up to you. Nice one, cool. Okay, so now you've got that one. Now we'll do a different one. So then there you've got more of like a sport specific. You're in someone's guard. You're trying to get out of the guard by popping up onto your feet, pushing their legs down, and you're like hopping across those legs, and you're going to the knee on belly, which is a controlling transitional position. From there you go into the mount. So you've got full control over your opponent, and that end bit is just a submission. You can do any kind of easy armbar or choke from there, it doesn't matter. It's all about getting to that mount position really. Next one's going to be a bit more, we're going to mix it up a bit more. We're standing up through it as well. So we're going to start off on the floor though, and this will be a bit more like MMA style one. So we start from the floor with this one here. Okay, I'll just talk you through it rather than guessing, because this is more kind of conceptual anyway. So on the floor here, we're going to bridge like this, a big bridge behind us. So we're reaching with our left arm over our right shoulder. Yeah, and then we bring our knees in, so we go to the turtle position. Like that, okay? So my turtle position is facing away from you guys. So I'm doing a bridge, hand goes to the floor, I bring my knees up, turtle. Okay? With my turtle position, I'm going to put one leg up, I'm going to do a sit through. You can see what I'm doing, right? I'm going to sit through, but I'm not just going to do a normal sit through, I'm going to try and jump. So I'm going to sit through, and try and jump, so then I'm facing you. So you're doing complete 180. So here, you see I'm facing away from you, so I put my leg up, my knee up. The sit through would just be this, wouldn't it? And then you come back. But I'm going to push off and try and jump here all the way across, like you'd be jumping like an armbar if you're passing the guard. And look at them, hop all the way over, and then face you guys. Alright, it's a little bit more acrobatic, but you're just pushing off that arm. If you find it difficult, there's an easier version. You come up to your knees and you face here, this direction. So you're doing a 90-degree turn, and then you just step onto your feet. So you can do it gradually. Alright? So we're here, onto our knees. Step through and try and jump. Opposite. When we're opposite, I'm going to be in a fighting stance. I'm going to throw a kick here, and then a punch. Okay? And then I'm going to bring that lead leg back. So now we're square. I'm going to turn for a throw. So I could turn here and just do like a hip throw. Or I could turn and do like a big drop throw there. So after that throw, you pretend you've thrown that person to the ground. We're going to go to the mount. You just slide into the mount however you want. Just here, into the mount position. From the mount position, you can do a choke. We just finish with a choke here, or you can slide up, lift that knee up, and then arm bar. Okay? It's a bit more acrobatic, dynamic with this one. Might be a bit more fun as well. So guys, you can join in now. So just follow me through this one. Okay, so we're here on the floor with a big turtle. As we're going to turtle position, but we're doing a bridge, and we bring our knees in. Yeah, up onto one hand, sit through, try and leap across onto your feet. Brilliant, nice, Dylan, that's great. When we come up through the feet, we're going to throw a kick and then a punch. So you can just do a normal kick, or if you want to do like a spinning kick and end up in the same position, then a punch. You're basically just finding that range here, and you bring that front leg back, so now your legs are square, parallel. You step your other foot forward, and you can go for a throw. So you just try and do a big throw here. So you could just go like this. If you want, just throwing like a sack of spuds over your shoulder, or do a big kind of drop, so you're not do Tai Toshi here. Any throw you're doing, throw this way, backwards. Bang! So you've thrown into the floor, you put your hands to the ground and quickly just jump onto the mount. Just leap onto the mount position. Now you're in the mount position. This would be ground and pound here, elbows at MMA, or if we're doing any version of the gentler arts, we'd be doing a cross-collar choke here, or maybe sliding my knee up, putting my foot up like this, grabbing the arm, sitting back into an arm bar. So you've got a full body kind of flow here. Starting from the bottom all the way up, smash them down, and then you submit them. Okay, so let's do it a couple more times. I'm going to go over the opposite shoulder now. So big bridge onto my knees. Yeah, I have to push through my left arm now to leap up and face you guys. Now right foot forward. So I'm going to do a high kick. Bam. I'll be doing like a lead uppercut, or maybe I'll do a hook to the body. Doesn't quite work, so I step back. I grab them, I do a big turn and throw them to the floor. I spin into the mount position. There we go, we've got them in the mount position. We've got whatever we want to do, we can just control here, or slide up, sit back, visualize that arm bar, knees together. Nice, we'll do it 2 more times either side now. So starting position, you're going to do one to the left, one to the right really quickly. If I try and do a really nice quick flow of it, alright, so I won't talk. We'll do one each side now, let's go. Alright, nice. Last one. Last one, pick your favourite side, try and flow through this. Nice and smooth. An armbar. Armbar with the back of your head hitting the brick wall, Lewis. I'm the same, hitting the sofa. How's that feel, right?
That's good.
Nice, nice. So these things you can just do in your own time. If you want a different type of workout, you just take 10 minutes and you pick one of these and just kind of do it over and over and over. And it's like a good flow and it's a full body thing if you're bored or you want something else to do or just to wake yourself up. So I quite enjoy these. Right, we'll finish off the last couple of minutes by doing a bit of stretching. So let's just go into our butts, cross our legs here. We're going to put the soles of our feet together, try and bring our heels close to our groin here and open up the knees. Try and open those up as much as possible. You can lean in one side and push the knee down if you like, one side then the other, or hold your toes pushing your knees down with your elbows, or underhook your legs, grab your own toes and try and lean forward, opening up. Nice, yeah, that's good. Open up like that. Okay, so keep one leg bent in front of you, the other one's going to go straight and it's going to go over the top. So you can do a body twist here now, nice. So here you want to be, you're going to bring your left arm over the bent top leg, with the elbow on the outside of the thigh. You're putting your right arm to the floor, fingers pointed away from you. Keep your posture up and you twist and look over your right shoulder. Hold that, stretch just for a couple of seconds. And then switch legs. So you straighten the legs out in front of you. You shake them off a little bit before you switch over. Bend that right leg, left leg goes over the top. And then right arm goes over that left leg, so you get a good stretch, targeting your hips and your IT band, your glutes, and look over your left shoulder. Nice. If you want a challenge, you can grab your foot and stretch that top leg out in front of you. I could try that on the other side as well. Grab that foot, stretch it out in front. So you really feel this all the way down the outside of that leg, which is pretty horrible. But it's good. Okay, onto your knees, guys. Just going to focus on our shoulders. So we're going to reach forwards, forehead to the floor, and just crawl your fingers forwards. Try to really stretch out your shoulders. Try to get as low as possible. A couple of breaths in this position, and then you're going to put one arm through the gap. And same thing, you can try and extend each arm. One arm's going to 3 o'clock, the other arm's going to 12 o'clock, and really extend those arms out, reaching as far as you can. Getting a stretch on the shoulders. Nice. And then switch arms. Again, try and crawl that top arm forwards using your fingers. Try and push that right arm through the gap even more and lower your chest towards the floor. Oh, nice. Okay, let's sit back up. You're going to reach behind you, lace your fingers together and try and straighten out those arms behind you here. Keep your posture up and bring your arms away from your butt. So you straighten them out and just slowly try and lift them up, just like centimetre by centimetre. There, so your shoulder blades are meeting together behind you, opening up your chest. You're postured up. Just try and hold that pose for a second. Okay, release that. Just shake off and circle your shoulders a little bit. We do the last 30 seconds, and I've gone over a few seconds. The last 30 seconds, if you've got them, to just chill out, think about the positions we're going through, or maybe think about what you're going to have for dinner. I'm just going to close my eyes. We're going to do 30 seconds to challenge ourselves that we can actually sit still. And then we concentrate on the heart rate going down and slowing down the breathing. All right, let's go into it, guys. Oh, I can hear bagpipes. Okay, thanks very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hey Neil, hope you enjoyed it. Any questions about the class, just give me a shout. Anything you found too easy or too difficult, just